Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show where we talk about AI and technology, and we help small business owners learn technology in order to grow their business. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build a lead management AI agent in under an hour.
Yeah, we're also going to look at OpenAI's new strategy for targeting smaller businesses for their ad platform rather than big enterprise businesses. So it's very exciting.
Yep. So stick around for all of that. We're going to have timestamps in the description here so you can skip around and go to the part you're most interested in. So Jackson, what have you been up to lately? You been doing anything fun with AI?
Yeah, so you know how I flip-flop all the time, and I got annoyed at Windows a couple months ago, so I wiped my Windows machine, put Linux on it.
Yeah.
Well, I got annoyed at Linux last week, so I wiped that, put Windows back on it. So this week I've just been setting up Codex again to run on my main PC and try to get some automations built out with Codex.
Nice. And Codex is an AI coding agent, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's more than coding now. It has the desktop. It's kind of like Claude Cowork, if you've seen that. So it can click around on your computer and integrate to your email and stuff. So it's like a full AI harness.
Is that just in the $20 a month plan?
Yeah, you can hook it up to that. It's like a separate app you download and actually run it locally on your machine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the 20 a month gives you, I think it's like 5 times as much, like as many tokens as Anthropic gives you. So I haven't come close to hitting a limit yet.
Nice. What kind of stuff are you going to automate, or are you working on automating?
Yeah, for now it's stuff for this podcast, and just like fetching news articles every day, and like telling me why it would make a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do a lot more once I get everything set up again, but
yeah,
I'm trying to like scrape LinkedIn for jobs that fit my specific criteria, and I want to start generating a specific resume for, if I want to apply to a job, just have it automatically tailor my resume to that job and have that ready to go before I even click apply. Stuff like that.
Yeah, cool. All right, do you have a way to like have certain jobs run on a schedule?
Yeah, it has a schedule built in, so you can set up tasks, and you just say like how often you want it to run. You could say like between 5 a.m. and 2 p.m. every hour, and it'll just run during that time window. Yeah, you can get pretty specific with it.
And that's in Codex?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the app, I don't have it. I should download it.
Yeah, we should do a show and tell next week.
Yeah.
We can do a show and tell next week.
Yeah, it's super handy though. It's like a full built out application. So there's like a schedule tab. You can go view your schedules. You can pause them if you want to save on tokens for a while.
Mm-hmm. Okay, nice. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I've been really, I think it's a lot more like versatile than Cursor. I mean, it's probably about the same as Cursor, but Cursor definitely leans more towards the coding side of it.
Just coding, yeah.
And yeah, I've been really enjoying Codex. So what have you been up to with AI?
Boy, I just pulled up Cursor. So I've been working on rebuilding Opus clips essentially locally.
Nice.
And so that was a time waste a little bit last night. The other things, I've just opened Cursor here. I'm really big on, I just have a project planning folder that I open Cursor with, and that's just where all kinds of stuff goes, like YouTube stuff here, marketing strategies, offers. Like every time we record one of these podcasts, I pull the transcript into Cursor, and I have it draft a blog post and social media posts and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But then I just started throwing everything, even outside of Infacto, in here, and now it's becoming a mess. So I think I'm gonna start a project where I split out all of my folders into, or split out all my projects into common folders.
Yeah,
so
get some more organized. And does Cursor let you structure like projects to where you can have multiple prompts in the same project, but it keeps it all organized and shares context within
yeah. So there's skills and there's prompts and everything, and you can have a global skill that just all of Cursor has, and then you can have a skill that is just in a specific project.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And that's like a / command, and then it, like the transcript, pretty much repurposing this blog post, I just run, or not this blog post, repurposing this podcast, I run a skill, and then it asks me what's the transcript, and then I send it the transcript, and then it asks me what the timestamps are for the chapters, and it takes that, and then it does all of the YouTube packaging, blog posts, and all of that for us.
Yeah. Nice.
And then I have like YouTube stats, and I strategize and look at the YouTube stats, and I try to interpret the results from dashboards. and it's pretty helpful. And then I built a skill also that looks for threads on X for me to respond to with suggested angles to respond with.
So is that like a marketing opportunity? So like if it's a conversation you want to add to kind of plug something?
Right. So I have a X SMB comment opportunities skill that I created, and it goes through the main topics that we talk about in all the transcripts from all of our podcast episodes. And it's like, have we talked about any of these things before that people are commenting? Or it builds a search query based on what we talk about. And it goes and finds people that were talking about that. And then I go comment. I don't do it often enough. That's why I was asking about the schedule thing, because it would be nice to do the schedule.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd
but
be like
you have to
case for it.
Yeah, but you have to manually make the comments. I'm having a hard time getting Cursor to actually make the comments in X. I think that they have some protections that doesn't let Cursor make the comments. So still working through that.
How would it know? Is it like because it's logging in?
Maybe the user agent.
Yeah,
because I was using Cursor's integrated browser, and so I think I'm going to try to change the skill to use in Playwright. Yeah. So it just uses my computer's Chrome instance.
Yeah, and that should work. Or like if you could go Codex and it'll actually click on your desktop. Yeah. So it would basically it would be you doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out Codex for sure and give that a shot. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, I'm just a shill for OpenAI at this point. So
yeah.
There, I wanted to share.
I was about to say, speaking of OpenAI, did you want to go ahead and bring up your topic? Or were you going to share something?
Yeah, before that, I wanted to share this project. I think I showed you the other day, but let me share this real quick. So this is a website I built with Claude. Have I shown this on the pod yet?
No.
Okay. So with the SpaceX IPO coming up, I've been really interested in like space-based companies and kind of figuring out like which companies to invest in. So I used Claude Code and Claude Design actually to build this website here. So it's spaceeconomy.app, and it's just a list of publicly traded space companies organized by kind of the areas they operate. So like your launch companies are going to be down here on the planet Earth, and then like the low orbit satellites, and then the further ones. So like if we look at Firefly, they're a launch company, click on it and it'll pull up like description of their company and some of their financial data here. And this is all pulling in from a free API that Claude recommended. Yeah, so it's just like a fun little project to kind of learn more about these companies and have like an interactive way to visualize them. So maybe just generate an idea for someone if you're kind of looking for a project to dive into AI practice with it. Just find something you're a little interested in and build out a website for it.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So what's like the practical, it's just a way to visualize, okay, I want to see companies that are doing launches.
Launches or any of the space companies. It's not the most efficient way to visualize it, obviously, but it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You can drag these around. But you can also if you wanted to keep up with this, you can come back here and see, I'll pull in new companies as they're added. So you can see there's only 3 up here in the geo, but maybe there's 4 or 5 next time you're here. So you can kind of see if new companies are going public and what they specialize in, I guess. Yeah, I mean, if you want to research this, it'd probably be better just to have a spreadsheet, but that's boring. So we have Claude.
Yeah, we have Claude.
Cool. Yeah, I can jump into this OpenAI news if you want me to.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So previously, OpenAI is adding advertising to their, ChatGPT. They were targeting large enterprise brands. This would come with, you have to have large commitments up front, sometimes up to $200,000 of your ad budget before you could even integrate and advertise in ChatGPT. So I think they're seeing the opportunity they're missing out on by letting the smaller businesses advertise here. So they're just changing the structure of this a little bit to allow for local companies and smaller e-commerce companies to advertise. So let's see here. They're removing the barrier of those high commitments, and it's going to be more of a a results-based payment structure, similar to how Meta does it. So instead of
I was gonna say so a pay per click or pay per something like that.
Yeah. So instead of paying for just impressions or clicks, they're gonna pay for when real action happens. So if they book an appointment
Okay.
If they purchase something, contact form submissions. Because I guess, is that how Facebook works now? Or is it per click?
Usually it's per click, per impression. The closest thing to what you're saying is actually Google service ads. So you only pay when customers actually pay for your service. That's for like the local company.
Right.
So to see this right now, you can see ads right now. So Instacart is a partner. You can go to ChatGPT without your paid account and just do like best dish soap without chemicals or best mineral-based sunscreen or something like that. And then you'll see a little ad. Like I'm seeing an Instacart ad at the bottom.
Do you want to share that?
Yeah. So I just said best dish soap without chemicals. We got a little Instacart ad at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's click it. Not really a good ad.
Yeah. But was more those products that it listed, would those go through Instacart?
I doubt it. Target.
Oh, look at that, Target, yeah.
So this is just organic. This may be Target, Walmart, iHerb, Aspen Clean. Also notice that they're keeping me inside of their platform.
Yep.
As well. So
do you have a way to purchase from this window yet? I'm curious. If you scroll down. Not quite.
I can just go to Walmart.
Yeah, nice.
Explore more. We opening up a new chat. Cool. Good job, ChatGPT.
Yeah, that looks good.
Anyways.
Yeah, the page didn't load anything. Yeah, so I guess OpenAI, they want to increase their revenue from ads. They want to go from 2.5 billion this year. They want to increase to that and then over 100 billion by 2030. So 4 years from now, they want to significantly increase that. So this is their strategy to hit those numbers, is to broaden who they're going to sell ads to.
Yeah.
It says just some technical, you're going to have to like include their pixel on your website and all that so that they can track it through, so that you're only paying on those actual like conversions.
Yeah.
And then, they're going to set up like an API you can integrate to. I think this is like a really good idea, obviously for OpenAI, but also local businesses. This is where you're going to want to be advertising, because people in like Oklahoma City are asking, where should I get my haircut? You want to come up there.
Yeah.
And I think, I feel like it'll, pay for itself.
What I'm excited for is like a ChatGPT trends site. So right now you can go to Google Trends.
Right.
And see what people are searching for. But I really want to see what people are ChatGPTing. What are people asking?
They don't release that, do they?
I don't know. Let's Google trends for ChatGPT. It's just what OpenAI shares.
Yeah.
And what other people are sharing. So, I mean, when I Google trends for ChatGPT, AI caricature, viral phenomenon, like there's just what people are sharing that they're searching. But say prompt trends for ChatGPT. It looks like there are third-party. So I know there's third-party companies that will track mentions. And so what they do is they spin up a computer like every day. Like if you want to do it once a day and you want to do these 6 zip codes, they'll make the prompts that you want it to prompt, and then it will actually spin up a virtual computer in that zip code, go to ChatGPT and make the prompt, and then it will track who it mentions. And so you could track your own company's mentions that way.
Well, you're saying like it's simulating a user in Idaho asking what restaurants around me, so then the restaurants can pay for the service to see if they show up in the response. That's cool.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah. Well, not a whole lot here, but it is opening the door for small businesses to start advertising through ChatGPT. We've talked about other ways to do it organically, but this is, a direct way that you can pay to advertise here. So, pretty cool.
Yeah. And so next, we've talked a lot, actually, very early on in the podcast, we talked about automating lead management. So you're a service business, people are coming through your website or they're making calls, and you have to follow up with them, schedule them. We've talked about that a lot, and that does cause a lot of toil for business owners. Like every small business owner I know, is their phone's getting blown up constantly, and they can't get away from their phone and turn it off until they hire a receptionist or something. And so Zapier analyzed 10,000 of their AI workflows and in their system, and a third of them actually focused on lead management, which kind of points to how lead management is like the thing people are most likely to want to automate.
Yeah, that's
And
a big
so-
chunk of their automations.
Yeah. And so I just wanted to go through what that looks like to automate lead management and give some practical steps. All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 steps to automating lead follow-up. So you get a call, a customer calls you and you answer. So you've captured the lead there. And so typically what people will do is they'll take notes on the job, then they'll dispatch it to a tech, and then the tech confirms with on their way, and they do the job, and then they, for feedback, invoice, upsell, etc. I mean, Jackson, your experience in the home service world, do you remember any of this stuff? Like, of course, I think you were an apprentice, right? You didn't go much higher than that.
Yeah, I mean, we were big enough to where we had 2 receptionists actually in the office all day long, fielding calls and dispatching.
Yeah.
And then, the tech would do the job and collect payment, upsell, and all that. But it was already
Right.
distributed between those 2 departments.
Yeah. And so right now there's 2 people involved with this. You have the business owner taking the calls, taking the notes, dispatching to the tech, and then this is a smaller business. And then the tech would confirm with the client they're on their way, they do the job, they'll ask for feedback, collect payment, upsell, and do everything else that you need to do. And this is all human. So let's say that's the business owner, and then this is the technician. But in this new world, we got customer calls. So let's say we need to do all of this. The customer calls and the business owner answers. So now you can connect an AI agent. So let's actually move this down. So the shape changes whenever you have an agent running. So I'm going to say, this will probably have to move, but agent, the customer calls. And then while all of that is happening, at the same time, take notes and then schedule job. Or we'll go ahead and say dispatch. It also confirms appointment. Your tech does the job. They ask for feedback. So they pretty much do all this. And so we've still got 2 people doing work, but the agent takes half of it for both of them. And that's not what I wanted to do.
Right. And this could be the same person. The owner is also the one doing the work because they have the time. They don't have to hire a separate tech.
Yeah. Or you're just small, like you're under, you're in the $500,000 range or something. But let's say our business owner has, 10 employees. And yeah, maybe these are the same person. But here's the cool thing. This tech here just started the loop again. Let's see, where's the line? They go back to this. So every time, so your tech has 3 things that they have to loop back to every time they do the work. So they have to, after they finish the job, they go confirm their next client, then they do the job. But what if your tech could do the work, do the feedback and everything, and then that's the only loop? So by doing this, you have opportunities. So you have this customer here who we've had one interaction with, we've had one upsell opportunity with, and that's the last they hear from us. What could happen is we could add to this process, thank you series, which would be the business owner, say thank you sequence, and more upsells. That's a bonus. Most business owners aren't doing this because they're in this loop here, right? And so we have our thank you sequence. Then we got, you want to do upsells. There's tons of other things we could do to increase the value of our existing customers. We could do a complimentary service check. So it's like not even an upsell, but it's an opportunity to come in, check the work they did, make sure that your tech did all the upselling they needed. So that's what the business owner has to do there. Nice. But now all of this can go to the AI agent. And this, let's see, tech costs, let's say $50 a year. Or maybe if we talk about $50K a year, probably more because you have a tech and you have an apprentice with them. But the business owner is having to do everything. And the customer, the tech costs $50K a year. This job, average service job, let's say it's $400. Let's say our average order is probably more. Let's say 800, because we'll say we're like, electricians and whatever. So let's say the average is $800. So 50,000 each tech's got to do 62 and a half jobs. That's pretty good profit for them to pay themselves. So they'll probably do 2 jobs a day for 40 weeks. So 1,600 times 2 times 40. Yeah, so you'll double your money on this tech. But let's just say this tech can only do 800. So actually, let's write that down. Let's put that up here. So the tech does, 800 a job, 2 times a day for, we'll say 40 weeks a year, turnover, whatever. So this means he's going to net, so 1,600 times 5 times 40. Is that right, math?
Seems right.
So on top of this 50K a year employee, that's pretty good margins. But what happens if now he can do 3 jobs? And this AI agent here costs, I don't know, top line, $300 a month, top. Now let's say worst case. Let's make it a worst case scenario, $500 a month. So let's take that out of here. So now 8 times 3 times 5 times 40. That's not right. 8 times 3, 800.
Yeah, 48,000.
480.
Or 480,000.
But now we're also considering, we're doing this follow-up sequence more consistently. We're getting more customers back. And so let's say this gets us, if we're now in 3 houses a day, that's 100, or that's 15 houses a week per a tech. Let's say they just get 1 upsell per week, and those are $800. And so $800 jobs, 1 extra, or we'll say 1 extra. So if, that, and we don't have to have that tech doing the upsell. So 52 times 800, $41,000. Now, also, if we had the same conversion rate on only doing 2 jobs a day, we're doing upsells to less customers. So let's say, so we're only doing 2 jobs a day. What's a third of, we're doing 0.6, 800. Is this boring?
No, this is good. I'm just watching you do math.
Yeah. Trying to figure out if this is right. So it'd be like, I should just do 41.6 times 0.6. Be 2490, 960.
Yeah, that's good. So that shows it's more than just doing an extra job. The benefit goes beyond just the extra income from that extra daily job.
Yeah. And so this costed us $500. So $6,000 extra dollars in order to make an extra, 320 plus 24,960. Let's total those out. Let's just draw these numbers for the fine folks. You guys are going to want to watch this one. This one's going to be boring to listen to. Yeah. So 320,000 plus 24,960. So with 1 tech, you were making 344,000. Honestly, pretty good. But what if off of 1 tech, doing no extra work except for maybe a month of automation? So you got 480,000, 41,600. That's, now you're at $500,000. So it cost us $6,000 to make, 52,600 minus 344,960.
So 180? Ooh, 176.
So it costs us $6,000 to make an extra $176,000 for this automation. Now, let's say you paid an agency to, let's say you maybe paid an agency $6,000 to come in and build this, or even $10,000. Still a no-brainer. And so I just wanted to whiteboard up what this actually looks like to automate. I should keep this somewhere. This is like a new prized possession of mine.
It'll save on Excel drop.
Yeah, it will. Cool. Here, let me give one final shot here. So as a business owner, Right now, you get a customer call, you take job notes, and you dispatch those notes to the tech. The tech confirms the appointment when they're on their way. They do the job. They ask for feedback, collect payment, ask for upsells, everything else. Then the business owner takes over. If they do this, there probably aren't. They thank the person for their business. They ask for a review. They do more upsells. They do a complimentary service check and come into the house and try to sell them other services. I was probably being generous by saying this is actually going to perform 60% as well as the AI agent will. But now with the AI agent, and I've built a proof of concept, maybe next week I'll have the proof of concept to show you guys, like I'll have it ready to go. But your business can now take a call. The AI agent can listen to the call. They can dispatch to the tech by connecting to a common calendar that the tech is looking at. The agent can schedule text messages to be sent to the customer. The tech does the job. They'll ask for feedback and collect the payment for upsell and everything. And then the agent picks it up again and does a thank you sequence, the upsell, complimentary service check.
And with this setup, your customers aren't talking to the AI. They're still going to call and talk to the business owner. The AI is just running in the background, doing all these automations for you.
Exactly. And some of these don't even have to be AI. It could just be a static, this is the message we send here at this time.
Right.
And I suggest, the first iteration is the AI is just used to, take input and structure it in a way. So it could take a phone call and structure it in a way that it can actually create a dispatched job. But the thank you sequence could be completely static. And if somebody was to text back the sequence or email back the sequence, then it would go to your inbox. And then eventually you could reach the automation level to where you automate customer responses. And so just having all of this automated, and it costs you $12,000 or something like that. We just showed the math, and this is all very, of course, you have materials margin and all of this. Like you have materials you have to pay for, but still, your materials are not going to take up all of this gap. Like $12,000 extra to buy another $176,000 in revenue. And that's on top of the materials you would already spend, by the way, because you already did the work.
Yeah, it's a percentage-based thing.
Yeah.
You'll still make more. The more jobs you do, the more profit you're making. Otherwise, you have a different issue probably.
And again, the extra work came from your techs not getting bogged down by doing admin work, by you not having to do admin work. Imagine what more you can do, how many more bids you can put in if you aren't doing the taking notes, dispatching to tech, confirming appointments, or you aren't doing follow-up sequences. Imagine how many more job sites you can go on to bid and all of that. And, whenever you start scaling and you need more of a human interaction, now your receptionists can scale a lot farther than your just one receptionist can. Now one receptionist is managing all of these.
Yeah, nice. That was a good walkthrough.
Thank you. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything else. So we went through like the things that the agent can do. Yeah, I won't go super in depth. There is an opportunity, like we could in the future go super in depth on what the agent actually looks like that does each of those steps. But I wanted to draw the picture of what automating just this one part of your business actually does and how AI helps make that a lot quicker.
Yeah, I feel like it can be hard to even picture how automation or AI can come into certain companies, but then when you see an example like that, it's almost hard to see like every company could implement some kind of automation.
Yeah.
And if it's done right, you should see some ROI on it.
Yeah. It's, we always say just one thing, like automate one thing at a time. And so, that process of lead follow-up is a really good opportunity, or at least, dispatch is a really good opportunity because you could do it in a month. It's one thing. It's not customer facing as much as like if you're doing dispatch, you take the call, it automates the notes, and then it schedules based on the calendar you have in place. And then you're just automating the text messages you would have already sent. That matches really closely with our high pain point, high friction opportunities that are also low stakes and low risk.
You're right.
I mean, you have to be careful. There's a little bit of risk in everything, but it's a lot lower risk than like saying the wrong thing to your customers, because you're going to be just sending a static message to your customers in version 1 until you get a really nicely trained model.
Yeah.
To respond back.
Yeah, and you're not pretending an AI is a human talking to your customers for you and trapping them like Hilton Hotels did. And
yeah,
they're still getting that genuine like contact with the business.
Mm-hmm. Cool. You good?
Yeah, I like it.
Sick. If
We're
you
gonna
guys
make t-shirts with that drawing on it and sell them.
Yeah. Just say I automated my business like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Cool. Well, if you guys want us to make that t-shirt, comment below. We'll send a free t-shirt. If we get 20 comments, I'll send a free t-shirt to one of those commenters. How's that sound?
I'm gonna comment.
Yeah, if you don't,
I need a shirt. I'm
out
gonna
of
comment
shirts.
20 times.
Yeah, dang it. Cool. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you are interested in having this kind of walkthrough in your business specifically, go to infactodigital.com. Click that contact us button and we'll do a free call with you where we could build a chart like we just did, and we'll hold your hands and help you figure out how to automate something in your business. We love getting to meet new people, hear about business owners' stories and all of that. And if you would like to help us out in any way, I really don't know how you could, but Jackson may have an opinion.
Yeah, I have an opinion. Just share this episode with, pick one person, one friend, coworker, just anyone else you think might find this episode valuable, and just share this episode with them. It's the best way to support us right now.
All right, cool. Peace.
Bye.